pad is lank, maar ons kom van ver. Om te staan in die lug, fyn suiderster. Die saal is gepak, die atmosfeer laai. Ons wag vir die oomblik, laat die musiek nou waai. Mense van heinde oor die vlaktes en berg, vir 'n man wat sy siel in elke noot verberg. Om hom te hoor sing, om hom hier te sien, dis die tipe respek wat 'n legende verdien. Van die sippiese stories tot die groot verhoog, het jy ons laat lach, laat huil en laat glo. Agter elke man tot die diepste treurkront, dis jou voetspore vas op hierdie grond. Stuur jy sy stem, die man van die dag, 'n rots in die storm, 'n vriend en 'n maat vir die taal, vir die volk, staan jy onbevrees. Waar ander bly stil bly, sal jy die een wees. O, Steven, jou woorde vind ons krag, 'n legende wat skyn in die donkerste nag. Steve, hoor vir my, hulle gooi dalk die klippe, die woorde is vuil, omdat jy die waarheid onbeskaamd vertel. 'n letterkundige gees met 'n pen in die hand, jy skryf vir die siel van ons dierbare land. Beginsel vas teen die stroom en bly staan, van die dae van Bruce tot in 7de laan. Dekades se passie, dekades se vuur, jy gee alles vir ons, uur na uur. Ja, van sippiese stories tot die groot verhoog, het jy ons laat lach, laat huil en laat glo. Agter elke man tot die diepste treurkront, is jou voetspore vas op hierdie grond. Stuur jy sy stem, die man van die dag, 'n rots in die storm, 'n vriend en 'n maat vir die taal, vir die volk, staan jy onbevrees. Waar ander bly stil bly, sal jy die een wees. O, Steven, jou woorde vind ons krag, 'n legende wat skyn in die donkerste nag. Laat die wêreld maar raas, laat die kritiese praat, al ken jy die hart van 'n man van sy staat. Hy's meer as akteur, hy's meer as gesang, hy's die stem van 'n volk wat na vryheid verlang. Steve, jy is die stem, die man van die dag, 'n rots in die storm, 'n vriend en 'n maat vir die taal, vir die volk, staan jy onbevrees. Waar ander bly stil bly, sal jy die een wees. O, Steven, jou woorde vind ons krag, 'n legende wat skyn in die donkerste nag. Steve Hofman, die legende, in woord en daad vir ons.
Good evening, folks. Welcome back to the program. This is Chris live in Central Pennsylvania for Night Owls. I know it's tomorrow in South Africa, Europe, and other places where the United States this evening defeated Canada 2-1 in extra time to regain the Olympic medal it last held in its hands in 1980 with Jim Craig, Neil Broughton, Mike Eruzione. I remember it boldly as a young man. 46 years, can you believe it's been that long? The Canadians not too happy about losing, but they've won like 4 or 5 gold medals in this century. I mean, get a grip. 3 or 4 golds. It's ridiculous. Yeah. So thank you for your patience and waiting for the stream. I was busy publishing and editing a video that needed some attention. So German John Dominguez. Okay, Germain is probably Spanish. Thank you for joining us. Busy weekend. Sold most of my non-essential stuff that we don't use in a year. Thanks to all the people, and bought 2 traveling cases. Okay, there you go. Anyway, so I'm publishing a video right now, and yes, I'm wearing Stupid People Should Wear Signs shirt. Just making sure. Okay, good. That looks pretty good. I just need a let's see what that does for a generate a thumbnail. I've got a tool to let me generate thumbnails here. So I did a video in which I explained a little bit about what I talked in the video earlier today. Many of you may have missed. That video was about... Oh, come on. Stop trying to correct me and type what you want. Damn it. This stupid thing. There we go, finally. It gets in a loop and you can't get out of it. Got it. Okay. Put some other things in there. Facts, I like that. I put facts. It gives me a thing for facts. There we go. So the recording date is the 22nd. Don't allow that. Put activism. Okay, who can comment? Only subscribers, only after a week, and only want to see the newest ones first. But it never works that way. I don't know why it does it. Let's see. Don't feed the trolls. Yeah, there you go. I think I like that thumbnail. Okay, technology is like that sometimes. Yes, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Nice new lead in the studio. What's the new lead in, Karen? What lead in? What are you talking about? What new lead in? What did I do that was different tonight than I have been doing at all? All right, so we'll monetize it because I'm obviously here to make money. You know, I heard a comment from somebody tonight I talked to, and they're like, well, you know, I just do this to help people. You monetize your channel. I'm like, are you freaking high? I monetize my channel? How many times do you like to be told about this crap? You know, you don't have to monetize your channel. All content on YouTube is published. Just because you don't see an advert on every video doesn't mean it's not monetized. Whether you have a monetized channel or not, YouTube monetizes everything. So should we let YouTube have 100%? Or should we get something back for our time and effort and the money? You know, these computers don't make themselves. This $2,300 computer didn't make itself. I had to buy it, design it, buy it. These studio lids didn't make themselves. I had to buy them. You know, that on-air sign didn't make itself. The $7,000 to $15,000 I pay on every trip when I travel abroad to meet with people and report on these things doesn't pay for itself. It comes out of my pocket. And someone's going to act like I'm making money off refugees? Piss off. Piss off. Stupid stuff. Anyway. Oh, Hasigi, you did miss the rude people. I did a video earlier. You must have missed it. How many people watched that video? Let's take a look. Not many. That would explain why nobody knows about it. It's had, I published it how long? About 4 hours ago? Let me see. A little over 4 hours ago. It's 4.5 hours ago. It's 2,200 views. I've lost 2 subscribers. Good. Good riddance. Bye-bye. Piss off, whiny crybabies. Wow. Yep. People lying about the refugee program, and so I call them out. So I've lost 2 subscribers. You know what? I don't care. I don't care. Hurt my feelings. Force me to quit doing this and just go make lots of money doing something with my talents. That will really hurt my feelings. Oh my gosh. I don't reach self-actualization through my YouTube channel. I don't reach self-actualization by doing this. Yeah, well, that story guy is a lie, okay? Now, the story itself is not bad. I've got the story here, and it's translated in English. I have it right here, and I'm going to read it here in just a few minutes. But first, I want to celebrate the U.S. victory against Canada. Then we'll get into that, okay? All right? Yeah, so, look, if you want to unsubscribe to my channel because I did a video that simply told the truth, well, too bad for you. We don't need refugees like that in America. Don't need you. By the way, let's see what kind of comments. Maybe I got nasty comments on there. I got 76 comments. Let's see how many are nasty. Oh, I like this. Exactly why I go to your channel for news. I know you verify everything you say. Don't have the patience to sift through the BS on Facebook and other stupid groups. Wow, are these people so privileged that they never had to make do? I would be so grateful for free food, and soy is very nutritious. Anyone receiving this free food should also be grateful. I'm horrified and disgusted by the sense of entitlement in this post. Yep. Don't blame me, Colonel, for being angry and probably frustrated this ridiculous post. Yep, doing so much assist and slap in the face. Yep. We came to USA under this program, and while we have to start again from the bottom, it's hard. The kindness, the assistance we've been given has brought me to tears. Yes, not everything's perfect. We're so grateful for the generosity, the kindness of American people. There you go. How do you reach out to me? Well, email. Okay. Oh, someone saw that on Facebook. Well said. Okay. Oh my goodness gracious me. Great balls of fire. What the hell is this? Exactly, Colonel Wyatt. Precisely. You break your neck for us every day, nonstop, beyond your ability to do what's your best. And this ungrateful, self-centered, and so-called privileged can stay at home. Yep. I want some filet now. What the heck? Those food stocks are freaking amazing. If you're hungry, you'll eat anything. Very rude and entitled. Yep. Carl doesn't deserve such comments. Yep. Saw this post and was horrified. I myself sent the Colonel Yeehills to people in distress. Yep. It's easy to scrub and digital media, whoever they are, not handling a problem, but offloading on somebody else to fix. Yep. I survived on MREs, meals ready and gladly ate the leftovers my buddies didn't want. Yep, that's what I survived on. This one says, reading through some of the refugee groups gives you a mixed bag of emotions. That some of the posts you laugh and some make you cry. Others just leave you wondering, why do these people this type of self-righteousness have been chosen in front of thousands of other desperate families would have no issues taking a handout and be grateful for it? Yep. What I must disagree with in this video is that some of us have legitimate concerns and it's used as whipping tool to negate our concerns. It's very unfair. It becomes Ike session. No one cares about the concerns. Trust the American system is fine from the over Canada's, but there are those, some of us remember Angola 1970 had betrayed us. So don't expect all of us to simply fall in line. Pretty much accept the reality that I will never see America. Many people introduced the program after I applied. I've already been interviewed with one couple already shipped out, but they're young and they're contributing to American society. See, this is another person, doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Us older folks allow the spark of hope to burn, but man, there's an 88-year-old here. You're talking shit. You're talking shit. Many of us have put aside that now folks and staying here. Colonel Wyatt, you say you were a military analyst, so was I, when the stand-up was still respected force. So I analyze things they lay, and some of us old codgers share luck. Well, your analysis is wrong. It's factually wrong. Do you even watch my content? Have you seen the older people that are on my program? I mean, last night I'm helping a lady who's in her 50s. I'm helping another person in her 60s. This is not analysis. This person's saying they're a military analyst. Well, no wonder the SADF failed in Angola, and it wasn't the CIA. This bullshit about the CIA betrayed you. Keep telling yourself this bullshit. Keep telling this fairy tale about how Kissinger betrayed you. Forster betrayed you. That's who betrayed you, not Kissinger. No. P.W. Botha, they betrayed you, not Kissinger, not the Americans. Please, I'm so sick of this lie. How did they betray you? What did they do? What did they do? Did they shut down the pipeline of oil you were getting illicitly? No. Did they prevent the helicopters that we knew the Israelis were shipping to you? No. Did we stop you from selling the G5 abroad? No. Just stop your bullshit. Blame someone else for your failures in Angola. You had Luanda in your sights and you stopped because your leaders were pussies. Because your leaders were pussies. Because your leaders were pussies. Not because of Kissinger, not because of CIA. Stop rewriting history. Stop lying about it. Tell yourself this delusion you believed in for 50 years. It's a lie. You failed. It's your failure. Your country. Your leaders. Not mine. Give me a break. Blaming us for frickin' Angola. Yeah, I remember Angola. Someone says, I'm in your age group, soldier and analyst. I did military services contact after almost a year. I did all 3 applications to help many deserving people fill out before me. So what are you on about? Let's say the cap, 7,000 per year. Other people in hot zones waited as long as 10 years. What makes you so deserving special, pray tell? You still have your life. The program was not ended. How the hell did you endure with this loser, woe is me attitude? Really? The Angola thing yet again with the CIA? You do realize it was nobody in the current U.S. administration was involved. Instead of being thankful that some of us are out and saved you this play, you saved this play card. You out and saved, you play this card. What makes you better than those who want restitution without compensation and taking property from people who were not part of the previous government, any part in what went wrong? Frank, your attitude of privilege and want and arrogance and entitlement makes me want to puke. Sit in the bloody row like the rest of us and shut your trap. I like that response. I like that response. Yep. You're not analyzing anything. What was the Bush war got to do with the refugee program? The cap you mentioned is bullshit. And if you want to watch the videos put out, you'd understand me. Do you think you're the only one waiting? You stupid people would stop sending application after application and emails. The system would not be so backed up as it is. The world doesn't revolve around South Africa. President Trump isn't Biden, who allowed thousands in for nefarious reasons, which are now causing problems in the USA. Pull up your big boy panties and wait or make another plan. You've had years to do so. Exactly. The writer is pompous, self-indulgent little prick, and this is me being nice. I'm so done with these people, and if I were an analyst, no wonder we did not find success. If you were an analyst, no wonder we didn't find success. Exactly. If that's an analyst, no wonder you didn't find success in the Bush war. Karen, I've been using that for 5 months. That's what you're about. That was animation made by one of my viewers like 5 months ago. That's on my news program and my at my night owls all the time. I always do that. That's not new. That's why you threw me off. That's not new. Nope. Anyway, well, so only one negative comment there. It was a stupid one. So that's only at 2,000 views. I did that earlier. And I've just published the other video, which is just up now. So sleeping, just woke up from Hendo's WhatsApp. What did Hendo's WhatsApp say? All right, so I wanted to get to my joy. Remember the new Anderson Cooper CBS? Oh, okay. I haven't seen that guy. Was it last night? Okay. Yeah, you sold your house and car. You don't have money the last 15 days. Yeah, you have no money. Really? Thelma says, I'm 60. I'm very grateful for my good health, especially positive mindset brains. Colonel, don't get upset about sheep elections, people not realizing they'll support. No, I'm not upset, guys. You haven't seen it. Even that video, I'm not upset. Exactly. Yes, Forster and PW both just sold you out. Yep. Everyone does exactly right. More than 50% of comments on social media pay for trolls, bots. Now, it's not 50%, but it's a number. The people that unsubscribed is proof that the ones making the post wasn't trolls. Sadly, really, such entitled people. Yeah, you can't be angry when people don't want your charity. We used to feel this when people don't want your charity. Huh? No. See, this is the problem, Strotcott. You're trolling. You missed the point entirely. I don't give a shit that people don't want my charity. I don't care. That's not the issue. You're not paying attention. She slandered food socks. She attacked and lied about them. That's what it was about. Denigrating a business that has a charity that it donates to and has been helping people with no questions asked. All that they ask is that I verify these are people who have been in contact with me. That's it. And when I went to Food Socks and said, listen, we got people who got stuck. They have no flights. They have no money. They're stuck. They were supposed to fly. Could you guys send them? Because I know you have a charity. Could you send them food? Sure, Chris. Less than a second. Only for this bullshit. So Strotcott, you know what you're talking about. You're just making assumptions. Stop making assumptions because your assumptions are invalid. Either watch the videos and learn what the content is about or don't comment. All right? Let me read to you what this person said. The support they suggested, I don't know who they is. I don't know if this came from the group, whatever. The support they suggested, meal kits from Food Sock. It's the kind of thing that feels so inadequate. Like adding water to soy-based foods that I would not even give to a pet. We are asked to make do with this while we wait endlessly in limbo. Endlessly. 15 freaking days is endlessly. You need a dictionary. This whole experience strips away our sense of worth and respect. Really? Your ticket got canceled. You know my ticket got canceled in Dallas 5 days in a row because of ice? Grow up. We placed our faith in the system, uprooted everything we knew, and now we face this reality. Yeah, that you're a privileged, whiny little crybaby. It pains me that those promoting these kits as help seem to overlook how it wounds people who have already lost so much. How the fuck do you get wounded by people offering food to those in need? No one fucking contacted you and asked you to give your fucking opinion. You want to fucking open your mouth, then open it elsewhere. No one asked you. Run your cake hole. People are offered food. You don't want it? Walk down the fucking street and shut your cake hole. It's for people that need it. Arrogant, privileged pricks. We are innocent families, reduced to feeling like we must beg. No, you're not. You're arrogant cockballs. All while a multi-level marketing scheme profits from our desperation. These companies act like scavengers, preying on the poor and vulnerable to build their wealth. This is bullshit. And I know it's bullshit. It's probably not even a person. And the fact that it was purposed here by a moderator, an admin in this group, a multi-level pyramid scheme. Strikeout, you know what you're talking about. That's what the argument's about. That's a criminal act. It's defamation. Even in South Africa, it's defamation. That's what I'm upset about. People offer to help and they get attacked for it. Fuck off. And I can be angry all I want. You haven't seen me angry. This isn't even remotely angry. On a scale of 1 to 10, this is a 3.5. A 3.5. A 3.5. Yeah, how the fuck are they preying on anybody? How is it a pyramid scheme? Nobody asked you for money. Nobody forced this on you. No one said you had to take it. It was made available to people, and this is the reward that they get. It is embarrassing. Truly embarrassing how some people behave. It's night owls. Kids to be sleeping. So if you're not interested in the food socks, don't ask for it. But don't run around and denigrate it. See, that's why I don't think it's even a real person. I spoke to the group's admin. The group's admin said another person posted it who had authority and that it is a real person. If that's a real person, a real refugee, we don't want you here. If that's your attitude towards America and towards the generosity of people, you're going to denigrate a business in South Africa that's trying to make a profit and live. They're not making a profit off you. A donor gave 20,000 Rand. The company paid 15,000 Rand, no questions asked, for food to people from October who got denied flights and were canceled. We helped those people. 15,000 Rand. They didn't ask for a penny. Never said anything. I told the guy, I said, geez, can you tell me how much money's been spent already? Because I'm sure you can't continue to do this indefinitely. And I have a feeling we're going to have to deal with more people if more flights get canceled. He sent me the itemized list, 15,000 Rand. I'm like, geez, is there a way we can donate? Maybe I should start I ask for donations where we'll get somebody to start a GoFundMe or back a buddy. Or do you have a bank account? He gave me the bank account information. I did that one day. A donor gave 20,000 Rand. To top off that pot of money. And we got some shithead writing stuff about pyramid schemes and about how people are profiting off. I'm sick of this bullshit. I'm sick of it. Prove it. Prove your fucking lies. Prove your lies. Prove it. You can't prove it. Oh, but your channel's monetized. It's making money off refugees. No, it's not. No, it's not. Nobody has to super chat here. You don't have to watch ads. Skip them. I don't get money when you skip ads. Good God. Piss off. Foot sec. Freaking loser. $15 freaking days. Oh my God, we have to wait endlessly. Oh, it's endlessly. It's not endlessly, it's 15 days. Doesn't mean that's going to only be 15 days. Could be 9 days. Could be 90 days. But right now it's 15 days. Stop being a whiny little biatch and make a plan. Oh, yeah, these people will turn their nose up at food stamps. Absolutely. I lived on macaroni and cheese and peas for my dinner almost an entire summer in the summer of 1983 before I went in the Army. I had no money. Sold all my albums, sold plasma. I had B positive blood. They paid extra for my plasma. I think I got like $50 back when everybody else was getting 20 because I had B positive. Sold my plasma a couple times a week. It's a training experience, no pun intended. Sold all my albums. Worked when I could find work, which wasn't much work. Anyway. All right, Antonino Diaz surviving on bread and polony for 2 weeks. Yep. Anthony, yep, I hear you. No, you're not getting a bad name. As I was asked by Biz News, most people don't even know about the refugee program. Most people don't care unless you show up in their neighborhood. Is that person is going to end up in the USA just like everyone else and then never make another comeback because of fear of having to come back. I have no idea how much you get for it. I haven't sold my plasma since 1982. It's a very distasteful practice. That's another thing. Somebody ran a story and the South Africans are selling their plasma to survive. What do you think I did in the summer of 1982 or 83 when unemployment was 26%? The prime lending rate was 16%. What do you think I did? I couldn't find a freaking job. Not even McDonald's. There were no jobs. I ate Kraft macaroni and peas and a can of Kraft macaroni and cheese and a can of peas. That was my meal every day. Not even meat. Not even meat. Just peas and macaroni. And I loved it. That was my meal every day. Almost every day that summer. Oh, my blood pressure is fine. Let's check my heart rate out after that. Let's see what my heart rate is. You guys know I can get it down to 48 when I'm calm. Let's see what it's. I need my phone. Where the hell's my phone at? Hang on. Got to get my phone. Left my phone in there. I was rewatching the hockey game earlier. So I left my phone in the other room. Okay. Well, I got upset. I'll elevate the heart a little bit more. What the hell's that? It's on here somewhere. Where's that? There it is. Cardia. Okay. Cardia mobile. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. Record EKG. Okay. Here we go. Ready? Let's see what my heart rate is. Hang on, I'm getting a weak signal here. Why am I getting a weak signal? I'm on the network, shouldn't be a problem. Let me just put it right next to the phone. Okay, here we go. Okay. 56 beats per minute. It's hard to read. It's down at the bottom. 56 beats per minute. No tachycardia. No. 56. Show me someone my age that has a heart that beats just 55, less than 60 beats per minute. That's, my anger's risen 3.75%. Charles, it was 48 the other day, 49. People think I'm going to die. Your heart beats less than once a second. I know. I have a healthy heart, even though I'm not exercising now. Maybe it's engaging with my audience. It does it. You love this shirt? Yeah, it's stupid people should wear sides. Bob is with me. Thelma says, I'm in the medical field. Please, you will get a stroke. Get a stroke from what? Controlling my heartbeat? I can make my heartbeat rise. Just start exercising. Linsiki. Well, the producer of this is going to send me the screen for it, and then I will put it in my shirt shop. In Bob we trust. That's good. Thelma, I've never heard anyone tell me that a heart rate, a slow heartbeat is bad news. My blood pressure is fine. It's usually 118 over, what is it, 90, 85, 90, something like that. No, this doesn't, but I've got a blood pressure cuff. That's in here, but I never use it. Blood pressure cuff. We never use this thing. Even have batteries in it. I haven't tried it. Let's try it. Let's see how that is. Oops. I moved my arm and gave me an error. Cheap Chinese shit. Doesn't work. It gets up to a certain level and it says error 4. Cheap Chinese crap. I bought this on sale at Amazon. Yeah, it figures. Doesn't work for shit. That's why I never use stuff like this. A waste of money. To read the manual on it sometime. Just turn it off. Cheap Chinese shit. You know what's more useful than that? Is my coaster from Peter Rabbit. That's more useful than that Chinese crap. Bugger up Bunny. He's on the shelf. Right there. See it? He's sitting right there. All right, let's celebrate, guys. Let's celebrate. I mean, I'm not too happy about the number of views we're getting. We should be getting more views tonight. Monday is usually when this time goes well. No, I have not seen the video by Serpenza. No, Serpenzette. He's in America. He's not in South Africa, isn't he? And he always does videos in China, so no. For healthy research, scientists pass getting way upset when turning red in face, beat people up fast, being upset. You need to calibrate that machine at the drugstore. I don't think that the drugstore is going to fix a freaking cheapo Chinese machine. Blood pressure, no, I have rosacea. That's why my face gets full. I have rosacea, and I must take doxycycline for it. Otherwise, I break out. My face gets red. Yep. So my face getting red is not because of my blood pressure. My face is getting red because of rosacea. gets flushed very easily. I burn very easily. And not just because of the doxycycline. I burn very easily before the doxycycline. Thelma says yes. No, you're welcome, Thelma. That's what it is. Now, my face gets red because of the rosacea. It's been a condition I've had now for at least 10 or 11 years. So, but I only started taking the doxycycline for it a few years ago because my face got progressively worse. I mean, my skin would get scaly. That it would get nasty and break out. And you see it in some of my videos when I'm in South Africa, particularly when I didn't have any doxycycline. And I don't like taking antibiotics. I will every now and then stop. In December, I stopped taking doxycycline for 3 weeks. And within a week, my face started breaking out. I had to wash my face several times a day just so I wouldn't have acne. Yep. Yeah, you have it too, don't you, CB? I know you have rosacea too. I've seen it. Beef tallow is good for rosacea. I had no idea that, Gina. No idea. Yep. No. Thank you, Thelma, for your concern. It's my blood pressure. The highest it's ever been is like 130 over 88 or 90, something like that, which is high for me. Not for someone my age. Usually it's about 118, 120 over 68 or 72. That's usually what it is. Yeah, you blush easily when you have rosacea. I didn't have it. It developed. I never had it before. Just developed. And it sucks. But it's hardly the worst condition to have. So, all right. Let's talk about what I want to talk about, the Olympics. I've been trying to get to that for a while now. So let's go on and talk about the Olympics here. This is so exciting for the United States, folks. So exciting. The United States defeats Canada in overtime for its first men's ice hockey gold since 1980. Saw the clash of the ages as USA and Canada battled for the title of 2026 Olympic champion, with Jack Hughes scoring the gold in a 2-1 overtime victory. It was epic and off the charts. You can see Jack Hughes on the right-hand side, the top row, second in. He's missing a tooth because he got high stick in regulation just before the end of the game. It led to a 4-minute minor. On the left-hand side, in the top row with the brown hair, is Zach Werenski. Plays for the Columbus Blue Jackets. He played with Johnny Gaudreau, who had gone back to Philadelphia for his sister's wedding, and he and his brother were both out riding their bicycles when a drunk driver killed both of them a few years ago. He played for the Columbus Blue Jackets. They were teammates. The team honored Johnny Gaudreau and his brother by carrying a Gaudreau jacket around and bringing his 2 small children who were born around the time he died or after he died. 46 years to the day after the Miracle on Ice, the team played their way into ice hockey lore at Lake Placid. The United States created a new Olympic memory for fans to dream about, defeating Canada 2-1 in overtime in the men's final. Marks the 3rd Olympic gold for the United States in men's ice hockey, their first since the win at upstate New York. Jack Hughes was the hero, scoring a golden goal in overtime to secure gold for the Americans. Smiling afterwards, a gap visible where a tooth once stood, Hughes modestly downplayed his personal moment. It doesn't matter about the goal, just an unbelievable team win. We're so proud to be American, to win for our country, to win for the U.S. National Hockey Brotherhood, said the star forward who plays National Hockey League's New Jersey Devils. Listen, they probably outplayed us a bit tonight. Our goalie stood on his head, though, and in overtime we have skilled players, so anything can happen. U.S. goaltender Connor Hellebuyck, who plays for Winnipeg Jets, was the backbone of the victory, stopping 41 shots to keep the Americans' dreams alive. Without him, the outcome almost certainly would have been different. Unbelievable game by Hellebuyck, Hughes added. He was our best player tonight by a mile, and that's just a gutsy win. That's American hockey right there. What a tournament for the Hughes family. Quinn Hughes, Minnesota Wild, scored an overtime winner against Sweden in the quarterfinal, and his brother Jack followed with an overtime winner in the final. Their mother Ellen works for U.S. Hockey women's team, also celebrated gold as the American women captured the Olympic title. We just love the game more than anyone, Quinn said of his brother on the ice. Wow. Finland got the bronze on Saturday, defeating Slovakia 6-1. Early in the week, U.S. women defeated Canada 2-1 for Olympic gold. We have double Olympic golds in hockey. Yes, USA, USA, USA. I hate when people chant like that, honestly, but I'm in the mood for that tonight. Yep. So, nice. I hope that you and other Americans don't think all South Africans. No, I don't, Meerkat. I don't think that at all. It's a small number, and like I said, I even told the owner of the group. I said I don't even know if that's a real person, because that sounds to me. Where you going, Meerkat? That sounds to me like someone's just trolling. This pyramid scheme nonsense. Who says that? Thelma says, Chris, update on your medical history. Good to know. I'm going to keep a close eye on you. Just a caring person. Do not appreciate what I'm saying. Hopefully we meet you soon. Well, Thelma, that's very kind of you. I appreciate that. I'm glad you care about my health. My biggest health concern is my hip right now. And it's not well. It's okay. But it's just frustrating that my hip is shot because of an Army injury and the neglect that was dealt with it. If they dealt with it years ago, they probably could have go in there and cut that arthritis out, and then I would have had this damage. Anyway, it took a long time, but the damage is there. So anyway, it's just frustrating. I've been so athletic and so mobile and so active my entire life, and now not being able to just go out and run or walk whenever I want is very frustrating. So. Yeah, see, that's the thing, Jules. It's just nonsense. And Martin Fundemev is following me. Thank you, Martin, for following me. Why is that thing doing all these funny things? Now, it's weird. The alert box, I didn't change it. And it's subscribers. Let me see something here. It's supposed to be the default. Yeah, it's supposed to be the zombie. So why isn't it the zombie? I don't understand that. It's supposed to be the zombie, not that silly green thing. I know it looks like the rogue bot lot. It does. It does. It's supposed to be the zombie. Okay. Thank you, Thelma. Where's Louise? So, back to the news, and then we'll get back to other discussions. Winter Olympics men's ice hockey final. USA beat Canada in overtime to end a 46-year wait for gold as it happened. Team USA are the men's Olympic champions for the first time since 1980 after Jack Hughes scored a dramatic winner. What a golden goal it was. USA will finish with 12 gold medals in Italy, 2 more than their previous best of 10 in Salt Lake back in 2002, and 3 more than their best away from home. Canada wraps up with 5, just 1 more than their 21st century nadir 4 years ago in Beijing, and one of those 5 went to a team that's disturbed the genteel nature of its sport. That would be men's curling, where they're caught cheating. The 21 total medals are also the lowest since 2002. But the real winner of these games was surely Italy. Just 20 years after showing an indifferent face and forgettable performance in Turin, Italy brought enthusiastic fans and dynamic athletes who claimed 30 medals, 10 of them gold. The only countries that won more were the USA and Norway, which, like the Netherlands, continue to prove the old adage that you should never bet against a country in a sport that they consider a mode of transportation. Thanks for following along with us, enjoying the closing ceremony. Yep. Wow. The handshake line is polite, but maybe with a fewer smiles than typical Stanley Cup postgame. It's just so tough for Canada to deal with this. Yep. There you go. There we go. Look at those pictures. This is one that can be very difficult for Canada to swallow. They could have been up 4-1 at the end of regulation. Absolutely, they could have. Hellebuck was one reason why it didn't happen. A couple dubious calls didn't help. What do you mean dubious calls? There were no dubious calls. They simply didn't get it done despite smothering the USA for nearly all the second and third periods. USA held on and held on some more and some more. And then Canada didn't play smart hockey. When overtime started, the USA took advantage. So they're trying to downplay our victory and our brilliant goalie. I already saw Canadians whine and say the USA cheated because of Hellebuck's amazing stop on an open goal by Tace. Tace missed. He should have put it over the stick instead of letting the stick get down. Yep, Jack Hughes after he scored and turns the corner. Yeah. Thank God we no longer have this stupid shootout. That was the dumbest thing ever. Dumbest thing ever. Replay shows details of a scramble in which the puck was flipped over Hellebuck, but McAvoy had placed himself in the net to make the unofficial save. Several qualities and people are responsible for keeping USA in this game long enough to go overtime. A stunning miss by Nathan McKinnon, Connor Hellebuck's perfectly played angles, and one spectacular save reaching back with his stick to deny Taze. Luck, bad officiating, scrappy defense. There's no bad officiating. Since the shot that pinged off the iron near the end of the second period, the U.S. offense has been dormant. It doesn't matter now. We'll go to sudden death. Well, the U.S. had 2 that banged off the post. They could have gone in too. And they also missed a wide open goal themselves. So that's just sour grapes. And this is the Guardian. Of course, it's part of the British Commonwealth, so no wonder they're going to bat for Canada instead of being objective. New software updates. For what, Henny? What are new software updates? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Only got last appointment left. Okay. Clear win, no shootout. A win is a win regardless. Yeah. I hate the shootouts. They're stupid. Same in soccer. What a stupid way to end a game. But in soccer, you have no choice. Otherwise, it'd go for 3 days before somebody scores. Yep. Anyway. Yep, it was a hell of a game. Hell of a game. Good stuff. So, where am I? Oh, here you go. Winter Olympics. Winter Olympics are officially closed. Catch up on all that happened in the final day of the games. Norway, 41 medals. Incredible for a tiny little nation. 18 gold, 12 silver, 11 bronze. United States, 33 medals. 12 gold, 12 silver, and 9 bronze. It's not the most medals we ever got. We got 37 in Salt Lake in 2002, and we got 34, I think, in Vancouver. But we've never got more than 10 golds. So we got 12 golds this time. Netherlands with 20 medals. Italy with 30. With drama, thrills, moments of hilarity, and plenty of gripping medal action, these have been a Winter Olympics to remember. Yes, indeed they were. This was incredible Winter Olympics. One of my favorites. The Beijing one was lame. The Pyongyang was lame. The last decent one was in 2014. Team USA wins hockey gold. Jack Hughes scored an overtime instant classic. By the way, Matt Boldy's goal in the first period, the open scoring was unbelievable too. That was an absolutely unbelievable goal. If you see that goal, he breaks away. He's got two defenders, one coming from his left, one in front of him, and he tips the puck up with his stick, and the defender is going to get there and reaches for his stick, and he reaches and tips it again and flips it over the defender's stick and then speeds up and skates past him to catch it and backhands it. And what he did is he let Binningham, Bennington, the Canadian goalie, slide to the left, and he went past him on the right. It was an absolutely brilliant goal, one of the best goals I've ever seen. We also saw an incredible goal in the last game, and the one where it was unbelievable. Had a Monday morning where everything just went wrong. Sorry to hear that. 2.9 million statues from Monday Oliver Tambo on Durban beachfront, costing $11 million each. Tourists don't want to know about the statues. Nobody wants to know about statues, those two. Oh, yeah, well, there's a lot more games in the Summer Olympics, James. A lot more competition. The U.S. wins about 100 medals in the summer, or 100 plus medals in the Summer Olympics, yep. Thelma says, happy for everyone. What's going on, Thelma? What are you talking about? What is this about my stuff changing? What stuff has changed? What stuff changed? What are you talking about, Henny? You guys give me half sentences. I don't understand what that means. New software updates. What are you talking about? Are you talking about this? Is this what people are calling new? This isn't new. I've been using it for months. This? Is that what you're talking about? That's not new. One of my monitors came up with that a long time ago, months ago. See the bugger off bunny on the table? There's my plaque on the wall. That's my studio. I would kill to have a studio like that. That would be awesome. Those chairs, that color scheme, those pillows. There's my YouTube thing on the wall. This is old. This isn't new. Oh, those going to USA film. Okay, gotcha. I mean, it looks just like my plaque. That's not new. And also have the one for the news. It's not new. Gosh, this is old, guys. I put the music to it.
Marvin Devine.
That's the news. I do this every day.
I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator.
It's not new. You guys are confusing me. Eileen Gu defends her title. China's Eileen Gu. Now, she's an American treasonous bastard. Won gold in the freestyle halfpipe, stealing a gold medal from the U.S. It should have been another gold medal for us. Yeah. Sweden's Ebba Andersson earned the first gold medal of her career after winning the women's 50-kilometer mass start. And Germany's bobsledding team clinched a 1-2 in the 4-man bobsled, following the country's gold and silver in the 2-man women bobsled yesterday. In curling, Sweden took the gold. Wow, congratulations. And a thrilling win against Switzerland. U.S. missed out on a medal there. Yep. And the closing ceremony was not in Milan, it was not in Cortina, but in Verona, which is right down the road from where I used to live. Yep. Take Thompson, member USA gold medal winning men's hockey team, told CNN's Coy Wire the victory is a moment every kid dreams about. Thompson said, every kid grows up knowing about the miracle on ice. Yep, now we're sharing the exact feeling they had. Pretty special. Tough to put in words. Much to everyone's surprise and glee, Major Lazer is playing a mini set. Major Lazer was there. I didn't know that. DJ Diplo performs with Major Lazer. Wow. That's pretty cool. Huh. Closing ceremony. Olympic flame extinguished at closing ceremonies by Kirsty Coventry from Zimbabwe, the President of your National Olympic Committee. You ask, why did the logo change early on when the notification came through? Oh, I think I did. I'm confused. I'm confused. Oh, no, I'm not talking about those videos. I'm talking about the zombie up here when you get new announcements. That's supposed to be a zombie, not a little green bot. Oh, okay, I get it now. You're saying maybe the software updated. It did, in fact, but I just went back and checked, and it's still supposed to be that. It's still supposed to be the zombie. So it's not playing the zombie for some reason, even though it's set for the zombie. Thank you, Charles. Got it, and thank you, Henny. Now I understand what you're getting at. I was confused. See, you guys don't get part of the story. I didn't get it. You're talking about the zombie that's supposed to come up here, bro, whenever you get a new subscriber. And it comes up as some goofy looking bot. Okay, now I'm going to tell you about this, folks, okay? So this is important. And I'm going to tell you how clickbait and how people, well, first off, my team is the Vegas Golden Knights. I have other teams that I root for in the National Hockey League, but they're my main team. And they're the team I support first. Whoops, that's not what I want. How did that happen? Come on, there we go. Okay. All right, got it. So Vegas Golden Knights had 5 players in the final, 2 for the U.S. and 3 for Canada. Check it out. This was, man, talk about a team that split. Mark Stone, Jack Eichel, and 3 other of the Vegas Golden Knights are actually in this game. They played today for Canada and for the USA. And there was going to be a winner and going to be a loser. But the Jack Eichel and his teammate are the winners for Vegas Golden Knights. And one of the management folks is there as well. Mark Stone playing for Canada. Yep. So that was that, but that's not what I wanted to show you. I just came across that. I want to show you this, and I'm going to read to you this article. Okay, I think it's under pictures. Hang on. Pictures. Come on. Oh, these are not alphabetical. They're... Okay. What the heck? Where am I at here? There we go. Okay. So this is what I want to talk about. So on Friday, I hosted a session for Rapport. And the Rapport journalist wanted to write a story. And the story is by Johan Ebers. And Johan Ebers wrote this story, and I have the electrons of the entire interview, which I'm not making public, but I have them, so that I can facilitate the interview. The interview is actually pretty good, but this posting on their website with this clickbait title and a photograph of the people below it who weren't the people in the clickbait title is reprehensible and is clickbait. And this is what happens with the media. So I don't blame the journalist, but I blame Network24, and they will be hearing from me. An Afrikaner refugee in Rochester said at his house, he was just basically left to go on his own. Now that's a quote, but that's not the title. The title's down there. Afrikaner refugee in New York. We live in a basement full of mold. A dirty basement full of mold. That is not what the Afrikaner refugee said, and it wasn't these people. That's not the people that live in a basement full of mold. And that's not even a picture of a basement full of mold. Also, that's my photograph. My photograph. I took the photograph. And there's no citation. When they use Getty's images, they say Getty. Or they use a photographer, they say courtesy of so-and-so. But they didn't credit me for the photograph. Technically, that's a copyright violation. I just told you that's from News 24. I gave them credit for their article. But this article the title is bullshit. And attaching a photograph of that family is bullshit. It's unacceptable. It's morally bankrupt and indefensible. It's clickbait, and it's deceptive and misleading. Let me tell you why. I'm going to read the actual article to you in English. You ready for that? I have the article here, translated in English. Okay? All right, so Afrikaner refugee in New York. We live in dirty basement full of mold by Johan Ebers. Now listen to the whole program, right? Wrong family, wrong place, stupid people. An Afrikaner refugee, and it's put in quotes. Why it's put in quotes? Because that's unacceptable. In Rochester, New York, and his wife were essentially left to their own devices after their arrival in America, despite being part of an official resettlement program. Bob Ross, in quotation marks, which is appropriate because it's a pseudonym used in the interview, says he remains genuinely grateful that he and his wife could come to America and the refugee program provided them with an escape from South Africa. But he draws a sharp distinction between gratitude for safety and his criticism of the way the resettlement was handled at ground level. He believes that the program probably saved his life, but the practical implementation was, in his words, bitter and chaotic. His claims align with a report that appeared in the Free Press in early February, alleging that some Afrikaner refugees in America are living in cockroach-infested places and had to reduce their meals to save money. A former farmer says in that article, that he and his family had to stay in a dirty, moldy basement apartment in an area with high crime levels, drug users, and prostitution. That is not the refugee in Rochester. You see the clickbait title, and they put the family of the Stoltz there? Utter package of lies, and they will be hearing from me. Netwerk24 will be hearing from me. This is unacceptable. That is not what the article said. That is not what the journalist said. That is not what the family said. It's not even the family. That's not even in this interview. That's from a Free Press article. According to the article, the U.S. government's funded resettlement program doesn't always work properly. Madeline Rowley, journalist for the Free Press, and in the interview with CBS, said that there are substantial problems with the system. She spoke with 10 South African families who say they are not offered proper housing. Some of them stayed in motels or unsafe areas for weeks and spent virtually their entire allowance on rent. Bob, now we get back to this story. Bob says he and his wife left South after being repeatedly targeted, intimidated, and physically attacked, allegedly because he's white and owns a house. He believes they could have been dead if not in the refugee program. Now, that's all fair and accurate, allegedly. I don't have proof, and he doesn't have to provide proof. Their arrival in America, however, was disappointing for them. He says things started going wrong when they met the official contact person at the airport who was supposed to assist them with the first phase of their resettlement. She took me aside while my wife went to fetch our luggage and immediately put pressure on me to sign a rental agreement. Here's the contract. You must sign your rental contract. Otherwise, we can't take your house tonight, she told him. He says he refused to sign. I told her I just gotten off a 17-and-a-half-hour flight. I'm tired. I'm not going to sign anything now without reading it. I just want to go to sleep. According to him, a cell phone and SIM card were then handed to him, for which he had to pay a monthly cost himself, even though he didn't ask for it. After that, he and his wife were bundled in a stranger's car. Not the case officer, but some stranger. The man dropped them and their luggage off at a house, put the bags outside, gave them a key, and left. From then on, we were left to our own devices, says Bob. He claims they initially received $40, 641 rand worth of food. A contact person arrived a week later with a big stack of papers, forms, and a manual. A week later. Bob says they have to pay their own transport, also handle their own registration for federal government programs for financial support and medical aid. A few weeks after their arrival, they were informed that the organization that had assisted them was done with them. Colonel Chris Wyatt, an American who facilitated the interview with Bob, says he drove to Rochester himself to investigate complaints from South Africans. According to Wyatt, it's not only Afrikaans refugees who receive inadequate support, but also refugees from other countries. He believes the problems point to a larger systemic problems with service delivery at the local level rather than a situation where every organization involved in resettlement necessarily fails everywhere. Wyatt describes Bob's living place as almost uninhabitable and says it's a low-income residential area where urban decay is clearly a problem. He also says Bob was not properly informed about the nature of the accommodation before he and his wife were dropped off there. Bob says benefactors had to help them survive. A church helped with warm clothes, and a South African who takes care of compatriots in America gave them food packages until Bob found work. Despite everything, he's grateful to be in America. He says his first night's sleep in America was a dead sleep full of peace because he's no longer afraid he or his wife would be attacked. Unlike Bob, now we get to the Stoltz family. Unlike Bob, Werner and Naomi Stoltz from Pretoria have nothing but praise for the reception in South Carolina. Takeaway meals and groceries were waiting when they arrived at their hotel. Their contact person facilitated their adjustment in fine detail, and they could choose from 3 accommodations. We were very impressed with the accommodation we received. The resources are there, but the outcome depends very much on how it's explained to people and how support for refugees functions locally. Naomi added that one of their adopted twin daughters with autism receives exceptionally good support at her school, something she describes as a major plus point of the resettlement. She says their experience largely corresponds with what was explained to them beforehand. According to her, their rent is paid, their municipal services are covered, and they also receive a food allowance. The one big disappointment, says Werner, is that they haven't found work yet, but he says they remain optimistic. Naomi says the adjustment work level is difficult precisely because they were well established in South Africa. We were very blessed in South Africa because we had a very successful business. They built and restored pianos. We were usually booked for up to 4 months in advance. You see our pianos in almost every theater in South Africa. It's a business we built up over years, and now we have to start from scratch. She says the challenge is not only economic, but also cultural. It's not so easy to start over again. Most of us South Africans are very tough, but to start over in your mid-40s is not the easiest. The culture is also different. The people are very loyal to their service providers, which makes it difficult to build a client base. And the caption for the photograph, which appears at the bottom here, says Naomi Stoltz, her husband Werner, and their son VJ, and their adopted twin daughters Ella and Emma in their hotel room shortly after they arrived in America. Well, that's actually the hotel room that I put them up in here in Harrisburg. That's the hotel, and it's my photograph. And Netwerk24 did not give me credit for that photograph. They also put a clickbait title up there about something that's not even germane to the interview that took place here. They need to print a retraction. And Odin's Viking says, if you made it to America, the program worked properly. Can't remember me saying anything like what, Colonel, James? No, I haven't seen. I don't read Facebook. It's just bullshit. It's a waste of time. Waste of time. Yeah, and if you have cockroaches, that's right. You just go to the grocery store and buy a can of Doom, spray it, and they're all dead. You sweep them out, keep your place clean, and they won't be back. A report was reposted by News 24. News 24 has agreement and also posts Afrikaans newspaper. Yeah, they're the same company. They're all owned by Koos Becker. Yep. Yeah, well, they need to retract this. They need to retract this. It's a lie, and it's bullshit, and I'm not going to stand for it. Unless they want to go to the press ombudsman. Unless they want to go to the press ombudsman. It's misleading. I'm going to file agreements with the press ombudsman. Yep. That icon is when people follow the Colonel on Facebook. What icon? What are you talking about, Utopi? Yep. Yeah, Charles, I got it. The zombie, I got it. Okay, I'm tracking now. Deceiving article, can you say I have people heard it? Yeah, okay, exactly. Sour grapes and green-eyed envy people who aren't gutsy enough to be pioneers. The refugees mostly value their lives more than earthly possessions. Why speak to them? What was the purpose? Exposing corruption or ego? Why speak to whom? What are you talking about, Ananda? See, ladies and gentlemen, if the question is why did the Stoltz and the refugee from Rochester speak to them? Because I asked them if they wanted to do it. The Stoltz approached me when they arrived in America and said they wanted to do an interview. They wanted people to hear their story. So they're inclined for people to hear their story. The journalist contacted me because I facilitated a previous interview on Rapport with the Stoltz family, or with Anthony and Elvira in South Dakota. And the article was very good. That's the article that Rapport ran that exposed that not just white farmers were here, but actually coloreds came to America. Very good story. So we cooperate with the media when it's appropriate. I've cooperated and facilitated interviews with the New York Times. The New York Times, John Elegant, who's based in Johannesburg, but from the Caribbean and an American citizen, John Elegant ran stories. And he ran stories that were factually incorrect. He contacted me about speaking to Thea. I asked her if she wanted to do it. She said, only if you're there. So I hosted a Zoom session. To his credit, John Elegant accurately reported what she said. I was there. I have the electrons. I've done this for multiple outlets. Most of these stories you're seeing in South Africa that actually have facts in them are a consequence of me facilitating the interviews with refugees. I'm not boasting or claiming any special status. I'm just letting you know that's how it happened. So why would we talk to them? Because they're going to run a story one way or another. If you want to at least get a chance to get the truth out there, you have to engage the media. You can't put your head in the sand and hope that they don't talk about things because they'll lie. Look at Briefly. Briefly goes and finds TikTok videos and makes newspaper articles out of them that are complete bullshit, complete lies. I engaged them and said, listen, you need to remove your story. This is factually incorrect. I never said that. You need to fix it. So they ran a story and they quoted me accurately. Then they ran other stories and lied about me. You just can't, they have a bunch of idiots that just copy and paste things and write whatever they want. So you have to be out in front of the media, and that's what I do. The press doesn't stand for the truth. They don't. And in my latest video, I'll read you my comment here. I have a couple comments. I made a note of it so that I wouldn't get it wrong when I wanted to put it in my video. Let me see. What you post on social media, what you tell others, how you share information is and will be amplified by the naysayers who lie about everything in every way possible. Now, this is not to say that one should hide the truth or skip over the less than desirable facts, even when inconvenient. The truth should know no narrative. The truth does not care about narratives. But telling the truth is not the same as feeding cock prodders. And that's what I said earlier in my video. Exactly. They don't care about truth as long as it fits their narrative. But rapport has been relatively objective in their reporting. Yeah, all of it's smearing sour grapes. The truth does bring freedom. The truth will set you free. The real truth. Oh, I know why that's coming up like that, because they're not following me here. They're following me on Facebook. A lot of people are suddenly following me on Facebook. Thank you for that. So let me go to Facebook. I had gone from 1,000 subscribers to now 1,100, 1,200. Now it says I have 1,300 subscribers on my Facebook account. So let me share that with you. If you're not a subscriber to my Facebook account, feel free to go and become one now. Max Dupree. Max Dupree, that guy. He's a Ferrari if there ever was one. The guy wouldn't know the truth if it smacked him in the face with a 2x4. Max Dupree and Afrikaners for South Africa has created a movement that will actively spearhead a narrative shift. They have a roundtable and Stellenbosch leave the South African media. Oh, yeah, I noticed that. The fact checkers have all disappeared because people don't believe them anymore. Yep. They're not all written by Megan Funderheaver, guy. Some are written by Naidu. They're written by 4 or 5 different people there. Asked my adult son how to get to the top step of the pavilion. Look, guys, I've been with the media at the BRICS Summit. I've been with the media at the Multi-Party Charter Conference. I've been with the media in other locations. And the sports media in South Africa are pretty good eggs, black, white, and brown. But the media in South Africa, a lot of people hire for media jobs that aren't real journalists. They're diversity hires, and they're whiny crybabies who have no idea what they're doing about. I told you guys Multi-Party Charter. I was embarrassed there. Here I am on my time, not getting paid, traveling South Africa, going to a conference, accredited as a journalist, with no compensation, just to report the news, and just getting information on the margins, doing my best to report a summary about what's actually happening there. And these people are getting paid. That's another Facebook. These people are getting paid to be there. It's 4:15 in the afternoon. Oh, gosh. If this was run by the DA, we'd be home already now. When are they going to come out here and tell us, we can record this so we can go home? Oh my gosh. Did you see what they gave us for lunch? I can't believe we didn't get more. What? What they gave you for lunch? You're not buying your own lunch? They gave us lunch, and they complained about it. Lunch was fine. It was a South African lunch at Kempton Park, Emperor's Palace. Unbelievable. And it wasn't one. If it was one journalist, I wouldn't have mentioned it. It wasn't 2. There were like 60 journalists there, and I heard at least 25 of them whining and crying. Oh my gosh, it was unbelievable. And they sit around all day and do nothing. Most of them made no effort to find any other stories. I walked around Emperor's Palace and looked for other stories and things of interest to report on. I went online to see what was breaking news. I talked about other things and reported on other things while I was there. Plus, I did live broadcasts from my hotel room while I was there for this couple days. None of them did anything. I didn't see any of them following other stories, writing any stories. None of them. Now that you don't call yourself Indaba African Facebook, you get more followers there. Well, maybe, guy. Maybe. But I don't trust Facebook. That's why I never put my name up like that. Newspapers are a propaganda machine. Yep. Yep, that's true. Can I believe what, Charles? You might be right about that. But I think it's also because people realize they have a Facebook account now and they're sharing it, which wasn't happening before. Okay, now I need to add another thing to this. So let me post another one while we're sitting here chatting. Okay, and I want to manage the page now. I got to fix the header though. It's so damn big and wide. I don't like it that big. It's the Drakensberg. I need to make it smaller, I guess. What's on my mind? Well, the most recent video I did. Okay. What was that? And that's a member here, Rupert. Thank you for becoming a member. Appreciate that. Journalists not trying. Oh yeah, I got it. Roundtable involved not just Max, but writers, artists, and lecturers in the arts. They'll be paid by to mold the narrative. Oh, I believe it. Warren Stevenson, thank you for following me on Facebook. You know, I believe it. I have no doubt in believing that whatsoever because it's true. Okay, what's on your mind? Oh, it's loading now. So I got to come over here. Okay. I wish Facebook lets you bold and italicize and, underline things or highlight things in text. So, whoops, what's going on there? I don't want that. It just gave me the code thing. So I'll let that load. So I'm starting to put some of the content over there. So 110 likes. Well, we got 147 people here, so that's not too bad. Thank you for that. 3 new members, no super chats. Wait, I'm not fleecing refugees of their money? That's so much against the narrative. How could it possibly be true? My goodness. America. They did really well in the Olympics. Really, really well. I'm so happy and impressed by them. Yep. Anyway. So we're approaching March here, folks. Today's the 22nd. I got another week. February's going a bit slower than January went. January went really, really well. Really, really well. So, yeah, there you go. More people follow me on Facebook. That's interesting. I've had this account there ever since I started this stuff years back. So, but I don't like Facebook because it's capricious. You know, what they did to Dr. Hammond, just removed him. It's ridiculous. Yep. So, trolls should also hit the like button. Yeah, why not? I think you have had a hectic few days ever since the news the pause broke. You've been buried in emails. Yeah, I have, Meerkat, been buried in emails. And people complaining that I haven't got to their emails. So I told people I can only get to so many. I dealt with like 100 of them in a couple hours the other day. So, all right, now I can post this. Okay, post. Okay. I'm not going to boost it. I tried Facebook ads when I started this channel, and I wasted my money. $25, it had no impact whatsoever. $50 had no impact whatsoever. Anyway, so there you go. Oh, remember this, Jim? Okay, you're going to love this one. I downloaded this earlier because I got it back. This is funny. So, hang on. Where's it at? There it is. Oh, first off, you don't remember this, Jim.
Tell Pauline Hanson.
So, this is telling an Australian, a native Australian. This is someone telling this native Australian where she needs to get off. Check this out. It's Australian News 7.
Tell Pauline Hanson that if she doesn't like how things are here in Australia, then she can really pack her bags and go to the US and continue being best buds with Trump.
Racist bigot. You can go back to wherever your origin is. Telling an Australian to leave their own country, you can shove it. Now, here's another case of people who immigrate into countries and then act like tools.
Every chief exec.
You guys remember this? So it's got some sounds in this. Hopefully I won't get in trouble for playing those sounds. But remember this video? This is so classic. This bigot and racist.
Every chief executive of every council and every government department, white.
Yeah.
Every director of a department in Scotland, white.
Yes.
Every principal of a college or university in Scotland, white.
Yes.
Every head teacher in Scotland, white.
Yes.
Every chair of a public sector body in Scotland, white. Every high court judge.
Of course, that's lies. Not every teacher in Scotland is white. Not every professor in Scotland is white. This guy's a lying scumbag, racist piece of human feces. And he was in the Scottish Parliament.
Judge in Scotland, white. Every present governor in Scotland, white. Every editor of a news organisation in Scotland, white. Why?
Because it's Scotland, dumbass. Not Hyperabad. Not Riyadh. Not Kigali. It's fucking Scotland, you dumbass. Seriously? There's too many white people here. I watched a video earlier of Croydon in London. These black Africans telling the white person, get out. You're not welcome here. Excuse me? It's their country. Facebook Marketplace is a scam. It's dangerous, too. Well, you're lucky they didn't show up meet you, guy. He could have been murdered. We saw the former Bulls assistant rugby coach who was murdered when he went Sisheho there outside of Pretoria. He was murdered. It's crazy. So anyway, yeah, I wanted to show you those two things. They're just ridiculous. Ridiculous people. Ridiculous. But hey, it's the world we live in, guys. It's the world we live in. What's going on here at the Telegram? Don't know what's going on there. Something's showing up over there. Anyway, that's the world we live in. Stupid stuff. Meerkat's having a hard time with the words. Why? How's that? Why are you having a hard time? Meerkat, I always have hectic days. They're always like this. I have meant to get a shower today. I haven't showered. I meant to eat. I finally got something to eat, and it was less than satisfying. What time did I finally eat? 8 o'clock. 7:30, 8 o'clock. Yep, after running since 6 a.m. And tomorrow I've got another interview. Tomorrow's interview, well, today for South Africans, but tomorrow for me, 27 minutes away, I have an interview at 10 a.m. with a South African refugee who went to Ireland as an asylum seeker. And that didn't pan out. So he wound up in America after he went back to South Africa. What advice? Now I'm going to see what he says. He just told me that's the wave cap, so what we're going to talk about. But I haven't talked to him. What advice have I given these people about the H-2A visas and about asylum elsewhere? I said, your best bet's to go back to South Africa and apply for the program. Now, that doesn't mean it's necessarily going to be the case, but that's my recommendation. The Irish are arresting white South Africans and deporting them, while letting Africans from the rest of the continent and from Middle Easterners flood the country and attack Irish on a daily basis and colonize their country. Ireland will look like Croydon in a few years. Ireland will look like Deep Sloot in a few years. Saw a great post that Trump didn't take away women's rights, take away freedom of speech or religion. He said that's because he's not an Islamist. It's funny. Yep, don't go for asylum. It doesn't work. I got a person in the U.S. right now who's here on a visa, H-2A visa, and they want to stay. So they're going to apply for asylum. So good luck with that. Good luck with that. I said 97% of asylum cases are denied. Well, can you give us a recommendation who to talk to? Are you serious? Did you listen to what I said? Fine, don't believe me. Talk to Professor G. He'll tell you. Yeah, Ireland will look like Paris in a few years. Good point. Oh, Paris is a crap hole. Oh, gosh. I was just there for the Rugby World Cup. Homeless people all over the place, and they're not Europeans. Nope, they have no business being there. You get what you asked for. Yeah, well, I didn't ask for the invasion of my neighborhood. Biden did that. I had no say. And if I said something, I was censored. And if I kept my mouth up, I would have been arrested. Isn't it funny to watch Ursula von der Leyen talk about... Did I save that? I think I saved that. Hang on. Did I save the Ursula von der Leyen video? Oh, I thought I did. Damn it. Okay, let me see if I can find that. That's funny. So she's in Finland. Ursula von der Leyen. That's the scumbag German who's with the European Commission. Oh, there's a 60 Minutes piece.
Under South Africa's constitution, which also protects property rights and due process. But in January last year, the South African Parliament approved a Land Expropriation Act, which critics say violates that constitution.
I mean, critics, people with common sense say that. Read the frickin' Constitution, Anderson Cooper.
The government compares the Expropriation Act to eminent domain in the
It's not eminent domain. Eminent domain you have to pay someone for.
United States, which allows it to buy private land for public use. What's different is that South Africa's Expropriation Act could in some cases allow the government to take land without compensation.
Well, at least he's honest about it. I'm shocked. Exactly. But even that was a dicey one. Other ones have been denied.
And not just for public use, but to redress past discriminatory.
Yeah, why should your property that you... If I go buy land in South Africa, why should they have the right to expropriate my property for some crap that they did 50 years ago? I wasn't there.
Laws. Landowners have the right to fight back in court.
No, they don't. We saw what happened with the Ackerland Boerdery. It's bullshit. They don't have the right. They're intimidated, their lives are threatened, or they're outright just murdered.
But that might take years.
Exactly.
The Expropriation Act isn't in effect yet, and it's being challenged.
Oh, it is in effect. They've already started taking land, legally and illegally.
In court by South Africa's second largest political party and by Kali Kriel, the CEO of the Afrikaner rights group AfriForum.
Okay, let's see what they got to say about this.
Who's repeatedly traveled with others to Washington to lobby for support.
There is a serious threat to property rights. There is a serious threat to...
All right, we're not going to listen to all that. 60 minutes. I haven't watched it, but it sounds somewhat balanced so far. But that's not what I came here. I came to look for Ursula von der Leyen. 60 minutes. Ursula. I've typed Ursula wrong, so it's not going to come up. Ursula. Ursula von der Leyen. Okay. So check this out. This is on Newsmax.
50 million Muslims now live in Europe. At the turn of the century, that number was less than 500,000, and more are arriving every day. As the people who lead these countries try to do what Joe Biden tried to do here, and that is fundamentally change the racial and ethnic makeup of
our country. Okay, I need to put down Finland. This is funny. She was in Finland, and she's talking about what the Russians would do. It's hilarious. Let's see. That's not it. Come on, where's it at? I can't find it. Oh, people are chanting she's a war criminal. At her speech in Finland. But that's not what I was looking for. I was looking for the one where she's... what's the line? Finland speech. Oh, come on. Come on. There it is. There it is. The moment when Ursula von der Leyen, during her visit to Finland, was telling her audience that in Russia you will be arrested for protesting, while at the same moment a protester was actually being arrested at her speech. This is funny. This is funny. You can't make this stuff up. You ready for this? Here we go. Here we go.
Thank you very much for receiving me.
So we have a kraut in Finland where they speak Finnish, a Finno-Ugric language, and a kraut speaking Germanic language in there, and they're communicating in English. What does that say?
First of all, to those who scream and yell here so loud, they can be happy that they are in a free country like Finland, where the free speech is a right.
Finland, where free speech is a right. And watch as they take a protester away who's peacefully protesting this liar.
Where they have not any restrictions. If they would be must.
Look at that. Look at that. No restrictions. They can be happy they're in a country, a free country, where they can have free speech and there are no restrictions unless you protest this lying deep state scumbag kraut who stands up there and lies. Then you get led away by police.
Now, they would be in jail in 2 minutes. Thank God we have a democracy. Thank God we have free speech.
These clapping Finnish seals. Lori Lettinen, where are you, man? We need your feedback. What is going on with your country? Clapping seals for the Euro communist. I haven't seen the 60 Minutes account. Has Mexico collapsed? Americans been warned to stay in place. I don't know what's going on in Mexico. I haven't checked in a few hours. Let's check and see. Maybe the mainstream media are reporting on it now. They weren't earlier. They finally started reporting on it after I finished my one. Okay, Mexican forces. Yeah, here it is. New York Times reporting on it now. CNN reporting on it now. USA Today. Security alert from the embassy. Okay. And let me see. More headlines and perspectives. Chicagoans in Mexico describe violence following the death of El Mencho. Mexico takes on cartels as killing of drug kingpin sparks violence. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at this. Mayhem rocks Mexico after most wanted cartel boss is killed. Police officer securing the area where vehicles set on fire by organized crime members of that group. Yep. On Sunday. Mexican government said it killed the nation's most wanted cartel boss Sunday, setting off a wave of fires and violence across the country as cartel operatives sought to exact revenge in the unsettling show of force. Nemesio Oseguera Cervantes, known as El Mencho, was a longtime leader of one of the most powerful cartels, but he's dead now. It's a major victory for Mexico's new offensive against drug cartels, and it could help reduce pressure on President Trump, reduce pressure from President Trump, who's been threatening strikes in Mexico. Yep, President Trump has been. We went after Pancho Villa because of what these people did to us. Yep, in at least 13 states, apparent cartel operatives sought to cause havoc by setting fires and blocking roads with burning vehicles. Wow, 13 states the Mexicans have lost control of. Yep, Trump is right once again. In the state of Jalisco alone, officials said 20 branches of the state-run bank had been set ablaze or damaged while groups ignited cars to block more than 20 roads. It happened in Puerto Vallarta. Yep. Tourists stranded after Mexico drug lord's death. Cartel kingpin was killed. Wave of violence and killing sparked nationwide violence, with suspected gang members torching buses and businesses while clashing with security forces. More than 250 blockades were reported across 20 Mexican states. State Department told tourists to stay put. Widespread, including Jalisco State, including Puerto Vallarta, Chapala, and Guadalajara, Baja California State, including Tijuana, Tecate, and Ensenada. Quintana Roo State, including Cancun, Cozumel, these are all the tourist destinations. Playa del Carmen and Tulum, areas of Guanajuato, Guerrero, Michoacan, Oaxaca, Nuevo Leon, and Tamaulipas states. All staff, consulate, and they are urged to shelter in place. No airports have been closed. Roadblocks have impacted airline operations. Some domestic or international airlines canceled flights in both Guadalajara and Puerto Vallarta. All taxi and ride shares are suspended in Puerto Vallarta. Some businesses have suspended operations. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Tommy Robinson pod with Tim who? Tim Pool? I haven't heard anything about Tim Pool lately. Yeah. I've never talked to Tommy Robinson. Would be interesting. I see Ian Cameron isn't confident the new firearms bill will be squashed. Very bad news. Yep. A gun shop owner in Puebla was raided by police last week. All guns licensed, but apparently storage was a problem. If I recall correctly, they confiscated the guns. Well, of course, so they can sell them to their friends. Yep, so they can sell their friends. Sell them to their friends. Yep, that's what's going to happen there. That's what's going to happen there. They'll sell them to their friends. Not at all even remotely a shocker. Yeah, no, Ian Cameron's probably right. I don't think it's going to go well for that bill. Is that what you're talking about, Sedgefield? How's it going, Sedgefield? How's the garden route, man? We haven't talked in a bit. Haven't seen you in a while. Good to see you back. Good to see you back. Free speech. What's that? Can one eat that? No, they can't. They can't. Yeah, they'll be rented out, exactly. And then they'll come after the gun store owner for the crimes that he didn't commit because they confiscated his guns. No update on Iran. No, we've heard nothing about that yet. Nothing about that yet. So, anyway. Yep. Exactly. It's Anderson Cooper. Eventually, there'll be some leftist bashing of the Afrikaners. It probably comes right there after that. Judged and sentenced for something you had nothing to do with. Exactly. That's my point. That's the point I've made all along with this whole thing. Yep. Just scroll up. It's still on the top of the chats. What's that? Is at the top of the chats. Cancun, Puerto Vallarta, yep, Cozumel. These are all tourist destinations. Every one of them. Yep, huge tourist destinations. I don't need to go to Mexico. I've seen enough of Mexico. Nope, doesn't appeal to me. Not my cup of tea. Used to love to go to Canada, but I even need to go to Canada anymore. It's gone too. Canada's gone. It's not Canadian anymore. That's for damn sure. Had a unique character. Completely pissed it down the drain. It's a country that wasn't even proud of its 150th year anniversary. I was there a few years ago. Went there for the rugby qualification. They didn't even care that they had 150 years old. You could find almost nothing to celebrate. I found eventually a mug at the tourist shop when you cross the border, but I had to turn around before I got to the border at the first, and then go back to the tourist, the Welcome to Canada shop to see if they had anything, because I looked all over Hamilton. I couldn't find a damn thing. Yep. The whole world has gone bonkers. So you're right that it feels that way, because it has. The world is just nuts, crazy. It's sad. 46 million Muslims in Europe. There are only 500,000. I don't think that figure is accurate. I think there were 3 or 4 million in 1990, because you have to figure the Turks at least 2 million. There's probably 5 million. But yeah, that kind of embellishment isn't helpful. But yeah, there were a few million Muslims, and now there are tens of millions of Muslims. That's correct. Yep. Similar, but much worse than that, LD. Much worse than that, because they're killing people. They're just running around killing innocent people. Well, Mayan ruins won't be in Peru. Those would be Incan ruins, but I'd much rather see those, yes. The Incas. I would much rather see Cozumel, Cusco, and Machu Picchu. Chichen Itza is in Cozumel or Mexico, but Machu Picchu and Cusco are in Peru. Yep. Boy, I'm tired. Late night stuff. Anyway, that's going to do it. I have to set up the stream for the refugee. Now, this refugee is a refugee that went to Ireland and sought asylum. It wasn't happening. Went back to South Africa, applied for the refugee program, and is in America now. How you like them apples? Okay. That's pretty cool. Hey, Anne-Marie, now what's going on? Any Formula One news for us there? Look at that rainbow nation of hand colors. You've got Asian, European, mixed, Central Asian, African, and more mixed. Watch the program about Islam being the fastest growing religion in Africa. That's not true. Christianity is the fastest growing religion in Africa and the fastest growing in the world. Kathy, nothing's happening with the Viceroy. We've heard nothing. Trump has been silent on that issue. If you want to hunt in the U.S., every state's different, Winter Wolf. Here in Pennsylvania, we have hunting lands. They're everywhere. You just need a license. You go there and go hunting during hunting season. Yep. You don't even have to own land. We have wilderness everywhere. State designated hunting land. Let me look and see. Let me see. Maps. Let me see how many are near me. Okay. All right. Look at this. State game lands. Watch this. That's Pennsylvania. See all the red things? Those are state game lands in Pennsylvania. Designated hunting and fishing, game land. Designated hunting, fishing, game lands, all over the state. Ironically, most of the stuff where there's better hunting is, in my view, is up in the north here, and there aren't many up there. It's all forest. You think there'd be something up here, but there isn't. But yeah, look at this. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 state game lands that are listed here that show up on the map. I don't know how many there are. I mean, we got like state game lands 117, 169. Which leads me to believe there are far more. So if I zoom into central Pennsylvania, let me see what we got here. So just west of Carlisle, there's one. Hunting and fishing. Here's one here. Wildlife trails. State game lands. I know this is more because I know there's some, that's not even beginning with. So I know that I've seen one down here. Let me see. There's one right here. It's not showing up. So this area right here, where's that gun range? Okay. Now, state game lands 242. See, there's one right there. See that? See that area right there in the center? That's a state game lands. State game shooting range. That's the range is next to it. But this area here, all that forest around there is hunting. There's the range. Right here where the green dot is, that's the range. But then all this land here, see that? All of that is game lands. And it continues, all that right there. Nobody lives in that land. All of that land you can go hunting in. Yep, right there. And here's the parking right down here. I've seen that parking. There's the parking lot right there. See it? Parking lot. So just to give you an idea how much space that is, that's where cars are, and that's where you can wander around in the woods. Pretty big, huh? Hey, Debbie, what's going on? Must be a bad day for you. You're down to 140 Rand. We do have bears, wolves, and coyotes and cougars in our yards. Yep. We have fox running around here. I've seen fox run through my house. Well, not through my house, but through my yard. Early morning hours. Run away, scurry away. Fox, groundhog, deer. Don't see the deer here too often, though. They stick to the fields. But yeah, they don't walk through our neighborhood. Better wake up while promising restore Tommy Robinson revive thanks to Elon POTUS. Okay, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Sedgefield. Okay. I wish Elon would help me out. I finally got my YouTube or my Twitter account back, but no help from Elon Musk or anyone else who promised to help me. In fact, let me see something here. Yep, I haven't heard from somebody yet. Last I heard from somebody was January 31st. Okay. Interesting. Okay, see, this is where I know people just use me. They're too lazy to watch my videos. Someone who I've never heard of sent me a message asking me, telling me that they're in a bind, that they're stuck, yada, 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 and they're 2 to 4 weeks. And I said, that doesn't mean that you're leaving. That just means be prepared. And they said, well, I'd like to ask you another question. Why is travel suspended temporarily? Why don't you watch my video? I put a lot of time and effort into this. See, this is so annoying. So annoying. So I'll just pass the link to them and maybe they can take the time to watch the video. My goodness, very unfair. Anyway. Restrict to straight wall cartridges or shotgun slugs. Slugs, I don't know you can hunt with slugs. Buckshot, yeah. You can also hunt with rifles. 30-06. 22. Yeah. So I'm not sure what you mean by that. I don't think you can use slugs. Depends. Every state's different, man. That's why I said you have to follow the rules, the seasons. Yep. All right, Charles, take care. Hey, Dan, what do you mean you're asking that question? Man, you live in Wyoming, man. You got freaking anti-aircraft guns out there to hunt elk. Hey, Loretta, how you doing? Oh, you're asking in Pennsylvania. I don't know, Dan. I don't know Pennsylvania. I don't know. I haven't hunted here. The only thing I hunt here are leftists and liars. No, I haven't hunted in Pennsylvania at all. No. To me, it's unless you go up north, it's too populated. I mean, even the state game lands are too close to. I wouldn't want to go there. I mean, it's not like when I grew up in rural Appalachia, in southeast Ohio. I mean, I go out in the woods and there's nobody for 40, 60 acres around me. If I send you a video right now, can you tell me why it's so light outside? What are you talking about? Light outside. It's not light outside. Just look, it's not light outside, it's dark. You're talking about light. You talking about the reflection of the snow off the ground? Let's look and see what the moon illumination is 30%. So it's not the moon. Usually the moon makes it brighter at night. It's not the moon. Snowstorm. Well, that's why it's bright. The snow reflects the light. White reflects. That's why my favorite moon is the brightest object in the solar system other than the sun. The brightest moon, anyway. Enceladus. Video.
Dis fucking 10:00 in die aand. Kyk hoe lig is dit buite.
Oh, is it okay that people hear you talking? It's a little too late for that now.
Dis crazy.
What's crazy? I don't understand. I don't understand. Can I show the video so people know what you're talking about? But we're swearing. I don't care if you're swearing. I was swearing earlier. Did you miss that? Did you miss me swearing earlier? I sweared quite a bit earlier. It's night owls.
Dis fucking 10:00.
So that looks like the moon, but the moon is only at 30% illumination. That bright thing in this up there, I don't understand that. That's weird.
Dis fucking 10:00 in die aand. Kyk hoe lig is dit buite. Dis crazy. Why is it so light?
It's just the
This
white
is
from the snow.
weird.
It's not
Dit is
weird.
ook weer. Never mind net weer. Nee, dit is insane. Dit is... Dat is nog buite fucking hot in die aand.
Ek het nog nooit so iets gesien in my lewe nie. Is dit so lig?
Ek weet nie.
It's not lost. It's just the snow reflection. Plus, you're in a town. There's lights from the city. So the lights from the city get reflected back down by the clouds. That's why. Because the cloud cover's so low, the snow coming down. Minimum caliber is 243. Okay. Not something I'm used to. I wasn't used to the sun going down magically instantly at 6 p.m. every night until I moved to Southern Africa, far south. But I got used to it. So, yep. Is it true what they say about that place? If you hear a whistle at night, no, you didn't. If you hear someone calling you at night, no, you didn't. Skinwalkers. No, I don't know what you're talking about there. I lived in Appalachia. I walked around at night, never had any problems. Yep. Yeah. No, to me, that's not that bright. I've been, you also have to remember that we're further north here. So, it's brighter at night than in the wintertime than in summertime once you get to dark time. Yep. If you just took that image, yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, there you go. Isn't it bedtime? I don't get bedtime. I don't get sleep. Sleep is for the dead, unfortunately. So, no, I'm busy. I've got to set up the stream for tomorrow. Well, today now, because it's now after, well, in 1 minute it'll be today. So, yep. Yep, so I've got to, let me see. Okay, New Hampshire Green Mountains. Okay, images. I want Green Mountain images. I want a good one here. Okay, get rid of the Green Mountains then. Okay, this looks good. The White Mountains of New Hampshire. That's a good one too. Well, that's a pretty good image there. There's ski slopes there. We have mongoose, genet, dassies, occasional small buck eagles, spotted green bush snakes, no mamas. Huh, okay. Sun is always in the eyes of the Northern Hemisphere. I need my glasses as dark as possible, says Jules. Yeah, okay. So, yep, I'll have to set that stream up after this. Yeah, I know what a genet is, Charles. I've seen them. And I know what a dassie is. I've seen them. Bunch of them in Hermanus, dassies. Their closest genetic relative, the elephant. Isn't that wild? Tiny little things are genetically related to elephants. Dassies. Pretty wild. Yep, new places, new experiences. That's how you should look at things. Exactly. Okay, I hate it when it does this. It doesn't put the next one there. So we had John. That was a pretty good interview. John was interesting. And I'm really glad that he came on the program. But we have a new one now. Someone that actually tried to get asylum in one country, and it wasn't working out, so they came to America. Okay, that's not going to work, that picture. Actually, that's going to work better than I thought it was. Okay, cool. So, let me see. Okay. Okay. I'm just looking for something here really quickly, see if I can find it. Okay, I found a little bit here. All right. Ah, boy. So, yep. Anyway. Anyway. Just working on this now, guys. I think you'll like it. Okay, where the hell is my pictures at? Okay, see, now I do it that time, and it works with me that time. Odd. Sorry, guys, distracted by this. Should have done this afterwards. It's unfair to you. But anyway, I know you chat amongst yourselves, so. Scared of bears? Why? Mountain lions? Rattlesnakes? Rattlesnakes, maybe. Hi, Anthony. Take care. I have to book an appointment with you so long as to be interviewed by the time we get to SA due to busy schedule. Okay. Okay. Eat, Shoots, and Leaves. Ah, Panda Bears. I love that book. Eat, Shoots, and Leaves. The Importance of Punctuation. Ah, love it. Let's see. Pennsylvania game. We reintroduced elk here. Pennsylvania game varieties. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Pennsylvania offers diverse hunting opportunities, including white-tailed deer, black bear, wild turkey, and elk. Small game includes rabbits, squirrels, grouse, pheasants, and woodcock, while fur bearers like coyotes, bobcats, and foxes are also hunted. Migratory birds include ducks and geese available. Yep. Turkey game management is ranked among the best in the nation. Small game trends, cottontail rabbits, and ruffled grouse are popular, but habitat changes affect populations. Deer management, of course, is crucial for forest health and with high hunter participation. You can actually hunt porcupine in this country. I've never hunted porcupine. That's interesting. Yeah, pheasant's pretty good. Yep. But they were introduced from Europe. I don't think they were endemic to America. So there you go. Here's some of the hunting seasons. Wolverine. Didn't even know we had wolverines here. Wild boar, turkey, pronghorn antelope. We don't have pronghorn antelope. Common species. We have pronghorn antelope in Pennsylvania? No, we don't. There's no way we have this. We're not mountain goats here. What is this? That's not. Are they pulling my leg? Yeah, this is nonsense. They're not here. That's in America. We have no pronghorn antelope here. That's out west. We have no wolverines here. You get those in Wisconsin and Michigan. They're mean little bastards, like badgers. It's a nasty carnivore. Yeah, Alaska, Northern Canada, Northern Rockies. They're not here. That's not Pennsylvania game. That's funny. That's funny. I said Pennsylvania game. That's not Pennsylvania game. Silly buggers. Season limits and bag. Season and bag limits for game hunting. Here's the Game Commission. Here you go, from Pennsylvania. Look at a turkey, man. Oof. Squirrels, ruffled grouse, whitetail, quail, ringneck pheasant, crows. You can hunt crows. Wow, that's nice. Black bear with the firearms, with a muzzle loader, with archery. Elk. And there's archery, muzzle loader, special firearms, regular firearms, antlered or antless. Lots of stuff. Coyotes, Foxes, raccoons. What can we have? Fox? No limit. You can hunt them anytime. Wow. Even Sunday you're allowed to hunt them. Raccoons, no limit. Possum cannot be hunted during firearms deer season. Bobcats. 1 bobcat per license year. Porcupines. There's dates on it. We have minks and muskrats. No limit. Wow. Mink. You can hunt mink any time of the year. Didn't know that. No, there's probably a wild boar around here somewhere. I haven't seen that. So you got them in some places in America. Got them out in Arizona, that's for sure. They're called javelinas. We will have an interview soon, says Willem. Okay, well, I hope so. Geckos, not my favorite. I love this Wyatt Army community. Could listen for hours. Night Owls is awesome. Thank you, Meerkat. Appreciate it. Pheasant does taste good. I'm not scared of elephants. You don't mess with them, though. Ooh, no. I've had a mother defend her calf. Yeah, I drove in through the bush in Tanzania, and there's a mother. She turned, ducked her head down, swatted those ears like that, lifted her head back up. I'm like, okay, sweetheart, just passing through. She wasn't in her path, but she was off to the side, so we slowly pulled forward, and she turned around and left. Yep. Not messing with elephants. Not messing with elephants. What did you do hunting? Is it true that what I said, that 222 caliber rifle bullet being too fast for hunting? It depends what you're hunting, Loretta. Depends what you're hunting. I used to hunt with shotguns primarily. I mean, with 30-06, you'll blow a squirrel apart. you want to take them down with buckshot. Yeah. Anyway, plus they're small, but you want to take down a deer or something bigger. Connecticut has hunting, yeah. Connecticut hunting seasons. Hunting seasons, typically deer archery is 15 September, 31 December. Firearm season runs through early December. Archery on private and state land, bow hunting only. Turkey, migratory birds. Yep. Coyote, small game. No closed season for coyote, porcupine, red squirrel, weasel, or skunk. Who the hell hunts skunk? Well, don't get lost. That's not good. Yes, bow season is usually longer. That's what I just said. Yep. Anyway, lots of hunting. American hunting is a rite of passage. Something we do. Eat spiders. I'm terrified of spiders. Ugh. Porcupine tastes like rabbit. Okay. Alrighty, guys, it's time to wrap up. I got to set up for the stream for the morning, and I want to thank you all for being here. Be sure to hit the like button. Yep. Knows how calm and collected we are now from earlier. We got a little fun. Yeah, no. If people don't like the refugee program, then don't apply to it. If you're unhappy that it's not moving fast enough for you, then move to New Zealand. If you put your trust in the program, you feel betrayed, then walk away. Not for you. Not for you. Is that heartless? No. But don't sit here and denigrate people who offer you things for free to help. You didn't have to even mention it. You don't want it, you don't need it, then move on. Some people need it. Some people need help. And we're trying to help them. All right? Used to love going for walks into the greens, but not here in South Africa. Well, you'll be able to walk all over the place here. Loretta, one question, quickly. An eland almost pierce our flat. An elephant 2 steps from us in Kruger. Wow, that's crazy. Herd of wildebeest. Well, don't go anywhere yet, Alex. We're waiting for Loretta's question. Let's see what Loretta's question is. By the way, this weekend I'll be in Pittsburgh, folks, for those who don't remember. And I'm trying to figure my trip out to Las Vegas. Working on that right now. Yep, Las Vegas, baby. Thank you for your time and supportive words. You're welcome, Rudolph. Anthony has to go to work. All right, well, thank you for being here. Strike in Timbisa over electricity. Well, that's not going to make it happen. Going on strike. All right, Loretta, we're waiting. People are leaving. Clock is ticking. According to your family, the U.S. manipulated unemployment figures and truth only came out now. What are you talking about? Truth only came out now. What are you talking about? What is that supposed to mean? What does that mean? What the hell is trade market? What is that? Loretta, you ask for a question, then you don't give me information. What the hell am I supposed to understand from 2 words? Here's the U.S. unemployment rate, according to Trading Economics. U.S. unemployment rate has ticked down to 4.3% in January from 4.4% in December, coming in slightly below market expectations of 4.4%. Number of unemployed declined by 141,000 to 7.36 million, while total employment rose by 528,000 people to 164.52 million. U.S. labor force expanded by 387,000 to 171 million jobs, lifting the participation rate by 0.1% to 62.5%. So I don't understand what you're talking about. Trade market, what is that? I don't understand what that means. What are you getting at, Loretta? Your family is, what, are they telling you that there's no jobs in America? Fine. Then they don't need to come here. We don't need them. Stay there and suffer in South Africa. I don't understand what the point of the question is. You didn't even ask a question. You made a statement, Loretta. Someone in the chat asked the other night about food stocks if they're not one of the paused flights. What? Why would someone ask for food stocks if it's so bad? I have no idea. Stock market fell because the U.S. lied about unemployment. What? The stock market fell? Dow Jones Industrial Average today, 49,625. The stock market fell. Let's take a look at the stock market. Which, I mean, there's okay, first off, that's a bullshit response. The stock market fell. What? The S&P 500? The Dow Jones Industrial Average? Let's take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average, okay? Here you go. Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 230 points today. Closed for the weekend. 49,600. Let's take a look at 6 months. Or 1 month. 1 month. It reached 50,000 and it dropped to 49,600. 500 points. For 6 months, look at that, 6 months. It was at 45,000 and it's gone up to 50,000. Let's look at year to date. Started 48,500. 1 year. It was at 45,000 last year, dropped down to 37,000 in April after the tariffs were announced because the people panicked. And now look at that for the last year. Let's look at 5 years. Look at this, 5 years. Under Biden, 2021, 31,000. Biden, December of 2024, 32,000. So with Biden, it went from 30,000, 32,000 in 4 years. Then he left. I'm sorry, actually, Biden actually rose here. The last 2 years it rose. This is all COVID. So yeah, Biden, it hit 44,000 from 32,000. So it gained 12,000 during Biden's time. Then it dropped in April to 38, and now it's from 38 to 50. It's gained as much in 1 year. It's gained as much in 1 year under Trump as it gained in 4 years under Biden. What are you talking about? Where are they getting this nonsense from? Let's look at the S&P 500. S&P 500, 1 year. Look at that. 6,000, and now it's at almost 7,000 under Trump. Okay, the NASDAQ, that's the other major exchange. 1 year. It was at 19,200 in April when everyone panicked. It dropped to 15,000. And now it's back up to 22,000. So it's gained 3,000. 15% in 1 year. Well, Loretta, I don't know what to tell you. Stop listening to them. They're shitheads. I don't know your relatives, but they're shitheads. Let me ask you this question, Loretta. Did you always want to go to a Steve Hofmeyer concert your entire life? I mean, I'm not to pick on your age, but you're not a spring chicken anymore, right, Loretta? You're not exactly 22. You've always wanted to go to Steve Hofmeyer concert. Did any of your family ever offer to buy you a ticket? Did that ever happen? Did they ever buy you a ticket to a concert? You told me it's a bucket list thing. You've never been to Steve Hofmeyer. No. So, who are you going to believe? Me, who show you the receipts? Or your family that's lying to you and you know they're lying to you? I mean, are they watching? They're just shitheads. I don't know who they are. They're shitheads for lying to you. They'd rather leave you there in jeopardy and in poverty and suffering. Do you see what I'm talking about, people? This is not directed at Loretta. Do you see what I'm talking about? People who hurt other South Africans. I don't know Loretta from Louise. I don't know her from Adam. I don't. And I have nothing to gain from knowing her, other than maybe she's a nice person and she watches my program. That's it. And it sounds like I've done more for Loretta on this program in the past year, in the past couple months, than her family's done for her. And they're trying to tell her not to go, that the U.S. has manipulated data. Well, they can shove it up their arse because they know what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about. They live in a mansion. Well, tell them to share the mansion. No, Loretta has applied for the program as far as I know. Yeah, I mean, I just showed you the statistic. That's from Google. I didn't make that up. It comes from the NASDAQ index. So here you go. The NASDAQ, all the way back to 1986 when it was created. The NASDAQ, 1986 was 355 points. Reached 5,000 in 2000 and dropped back down to 1,200. And now look at that. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, max. I guess their data only goes back to 86. 1,600, 1986. Now it's 50,000. Look at that. Oh, yeah, the U.S. economy is really growing. Let's look at unemployment. U.S. unemployment employment since 1994. We'll just go with that because that's when South Africa became a democracy. Okay? Okay, let me see a chart. Okay. Well, where's the damn chart at? Where's the chart? I want a chart. Well, I can't. Where's the AI at when you want AI? There you go. Unemployment rate. Okay. So 6.8%. It was at 9% during 2010. That's when the financial crisis hit. Hit 9, 9, 8, went down all the time. Down to 3.67 in 2019. Under Trump, 3.67%. Trump became president in 2016. It was 4.87, 4.36, 2, 3.9. Every year under Trump, unemployment declined. And then COVID. That was his last year. So we're back up to 8%. Then it dropped when he was leaving office, and it got down to 3.65. 4%. 4%. Look at that. When has South African unemployment ever reached those levels? Loretta, you can do what you want. I'm not trying to twist your arm, and I'm not telling you that things are going to be dandy over here. That's why I make these videos, to tell people the truth about what's going on. But they're lying to you and misleading you. They're just bullshitters that don't know what the hell they're talking about. These are the people that led the Boers into oblivion. They're the Ferrayas that went to Vereeniging and surrendered. They're the ones that sold you out to the British. People like that. People like Jan Christian Smuts who profit from it. And Herzl. Yep. Yep. People can do what they want to do. I didn't have to go in the army. I didn't have to go fight in wars. I didn't have to go live in Africa. For God's sake, I didn't have to live in Africa. But my life experience is much more enriched because I did all those things. I took lots of risk. Calculated, thoughtful risk. Not crazy risk. Well-informed risk. Yeah, your in-laws have the means to go all over the world and run their mouths. We just keep quiet. Yeah, it's the people that have stuff. They're the ones that are telling you don't know. Look, Loretta, do your own research, real research. I just showed you the data. It's not data I came up with. Found on the internet. That's the thing that kills me about this. People make their nonsense up about stuff. They don't know what they're talking about. Anyway, so. Anyway. Oh, boy. So, it's just shame on people like that, you know. People that don't know what they're talking about run their mouths. It kills me. It kills me. It really is unfortunate. Oh, you don't pay. Hey, crazy cat lady. Crazy cat lady just attacked my video. This person already attacked my videos again. She says she doesn't agree with the video. And I know I said the video because she didn't watch it. Because either you did not watch it or you do not comprehend English. So, anyway, the more people posted it. So, don't agree with the video. That's fine. No one asked you to agree with the video, but don't lie about it. Money provides safe. Live in a world where they don't sleep with it, where they sleep with their doors up and they don't live in the real world. Yep. Australia is much safer than America. Okay. But can you go to Australia? No, you can't. Okay. You mean Australia, where they just murdered all the people at Bondi Beach? The Muslims just attacked people in broad daylight on a holiday. Is that the place? Is that the place that's safer? That's the place that's safer? Trying to find the violent crime rate. It doesn't give me the data the way I want. Australia's homicide rate hovers at 0.8 per 100,000 compared to the U.S. rate of approximately 6 per 100,000. That's significantly lower. But the U.S. rate is not 6 per 100,000. Both countries experience property crime, but Australia's rates are generally lower and violent property crime rates are less common. Crime levels, 46.01. USA, 55.84. Not a big difference there. Not a big difference. Murder rate is higher in the U.S. Australia has more rapes than the United States. Their rape rate is higher. They're ranked 6th in the world, or 6th in this chart. U.S., they have 5% more rapes than the U.S. has. Only 229 murders. It's pretty good. Versus 12,000 for the U.S. compared to 27,000 for South Africa, country 1/6 the size. But 229 in a country of just 25 million people. Okay, so 25 times 4, 8, 12, 14 times 229. Let's see, 14 times 229. What does that come out to be? Still less than the U.S. 14 times 229. So that's 3,200. Still significantly less than the U.S. So if they were the same size as us, but same size would mean something very different. Violent crime and rapes per million people. 289 in Australia, 274 in the U.S. We have fewer violent crimes and rape per million people than Australia. They have more. How is Australia safer? How is it safer? And it's getting worse with the immigration in Australia. So I don't see how it's safer. People tell you all kinds of things. That's fine. They can do that. My sister lives in Australia. Are so happy we're going to the U.S. She's the only one that knows we're leaving. She cries of happiness every time she phones us. Correct, Neff. No place is truly safe. Always something or someone trying to kill you. Exactly. I wish people stop shit talking me. The U.S. I'm safe. Everything works. People work hard, mind their business. So freaking nice. People who talk shit haven't lived here. Yeah, because they're all shitbirds. They're all shitbirds running their mouth. And you know what? They can stay in whatever misery they're in. They can believe the bullshit they see on CNN and the international media. It's all lies. Your brother says Australia's great. The only problem is it's full of Australians. Yeah, Colonel Wyatt fan is correct. There are plenty of wealthy people who are coming over the refugee program. Yep, some are already here, more coming. Exactly. How fast the cops come in the U.S. and Australia? I was in Dallas. And the night that I was there, people said they heard gunshots. The cops were there in less than 90 seconds. Less than 90 seconds. Exactly, Ray. It's your choice. Just don't talk to them about it. Say, I guess I'm not going to go. But maybe they'll shut up. LD says, it is lies. I love it and never going back. Yep. Yeah, it's funny how I seem to care more about the welfare of black, white, and brown South Africans than other South Africans. Isn't that strange? And I don't care more for South Africans than I care for Americans, or more than I care for my soldiers, my veterans, or my family. But it's amazing how I spend more time and devote more energy caring for and worrying about South Africans than others. And those scumbags stab me in the back and lie. And dumbass South Africans believe the bullshit that they hear. They really do. They believe the bullshit that they hear. It's funny. It's funny. Now, my trip to Pittsburgh isn't entirely selfless. I intend to interview Bruce, the service dog, in person. Maybe I can get him even bark. And at a small fortune, at King's Ransom, I purchased a ticket to attend the Vegas Golden Knights versus the Pittsburgh Penguins on my way back. So, yes, I'll be doing something for myself this time. And Zane Kill Grayling has followed me on Facebook. Yep, Utopia takes a lot of money to migrate here. Yep, it's very difficult. Well, people want to keep lying about the refugee program, let them. The Golden Knights. That's right, Alex. Yes, that's right. And I'm trying to look at doing a Columbus trip before the end of the season and make it over so I can catch the Blue Jackets too in Columbus. Kathy, I'm glad you changed the subject. Anyway, guys, I need to get off. It's 12:30. I want to thank you. Get off. I need to leave the program. I need to end the broadcast, not get off. That was an unfortunate choice of wording, wasn't it? Don't need to get off. I need to end the broadcast. That's what I meant to say. And I need to get some rest. Oh, my phone is down to 45%. I didn't realize that. I should have been charging it. It'll survive the night, but I want it to go longer. So let me go and charge it while I set everything up here to get up higher. Cecilia, take care. Attempted home invasion. My mom's, the police only turned up weeks later for a statement and didn't get it right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Thelma, thank you all. God bless you all. Thank you for being here. Thank you for putting up with the potty mouth earlier, dealing with the stupid people. You don't want it, you don't come here. No one's asking you. See, you know what? If a South African doesn't come here, we save a lot of money. We don't burden our healthcare system. We don't take up housing that's needed for Americans. That's fine. Every South African doesn't want to come here. Good for you. Good for you. That's fine. That's fine. If you're Indian, if you're colored, if you're white, you don't want to come here, good for you. Not encouraging you to come here. Never have. Not encouraging you to stay. Not my place to do that. My place is to bring you honest, objective, cogent, insightful, and predictive analysis, which is what I do all the time. Free of charge. Oh, but he's making them off refugees. No. There's nothing behind a paywall on my channel. Not a damn thing. People have time for people here. When they offer to do something for you, they actually mean it. Your heart is restored, people. Sometimes lost their kindness. Yeah, no, people do what they promise, what they follow through what they promise. Yep. I've got snow to clean up. I'm afraid to go out tonight because it's a mess. It's, as we say in German, much. I don't know if it's still falling. Temperatures are expected to rise tomorrow, so I may not do anything because it might just all melt. Tragic details about Anderson Cooper. What's that all about? What did he do? Became a father. How did he become a father? He's gay. Did he find a girlfriend? No, Loretta. I didn't say you said I was wrong, and I didn't say anything bad about you. I know it's your family that's telling you that. They're going to keep telling you that. That's fine. Yes, mixing word is when you're tired. I'm tired. Yep, time for coffee. No, Loretta, I didn't take it that way. You're inferring incorrectly. No, I know it wasn't you. I'm just trying to tell people. See, that's what I told people. This will divide families. I've said that from the very beginning. It will divide families. That's just the nature of it. All right. Well, the folks in Connecticut are enjoying the snowfall, except it's got to be shoveled. So now we got to get our parking lot shoveled. Hopefully it'll warm up and it'll all melt tomorrow, so we don't have to waste money shoveling, because they'll charge like $400 to shovel the parking lot. It's crazy. All right. No, not time for bed. I've got to set things up and do a few more things. So, all right. Waiting patiently for opportunity to go where my heart is. Cool beans, Linda. Authentic and honest. Don't want to be anywhere else than your stream. Well, thank you so much, Meerkat. I appreciate it. Oh, it's hard shoveling snow, especially with one hip. And every step you take, screaming pain from the other hip. That sucks. All righty, guys. Good night. Thank goodness I bought the little snow blower. I'd go to blow the snow right now, but I just got a winter storm warning. Is it getting bad again? Alert for more details. Let me see what the alert is. Oh, winter storm warning. Heavy snow, additional snow accumulation 2 to 8 inches. Winds gusting 40 miles. Now, that's not good. Dauphin, Lancaster, Lebanon, Schuylkill, and York counties. Well, I'm in York County. Strong winds and weight of snow and tree limbs made down power lines. Rain is currently transitioning to snow across the lower Susquehanna Valley. Snow will begin to accumulate as temperatures fall tonight. Heavy snow total expected in the east, lesser amounts to the west. Winding down by Monday morning. Okay. And it's not snowed for the last 2 hours. So, okay, cool. And it says it's snowing here, but no, it doesn't. Okay. I'm like right on the cusp of the worst place. Of course. Extreme snowfall. Well, I'm right on the edge of that. Luck it'll blow a little further east. Excuse me. So it's currently 31 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 0 degrees Celsius. All right, that's it. All right, guys. Oh, you made me laugh. Yeah, it was good to see that. I don't have a flamethrower. I don't have an SUV in South Africa, so I have no flamethrower. Hey, wait, who's that? Who's that handsome fellow? Check it. Look at his cabinet. That's my cabinet, my Inuit cabinet. The successors to the Dorset people, the Inuit, the Viceroy of Greenland. All right, guys, I'm really starting to get giddy here, getting a little punch drunk. Have a good one. We'll see you for the refugee interview. Someone who went to Ireland, denied asylum, deported, South Africa, refugee in America. Cheers.